Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Carolina, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 26 books I want to read in 2026. So, Happy New Year! I'm so happy that we are filming this video because I'm so excited to be talking to you about the 26 books that I want to read this year. I have to be honest, I've done this TBR thing of 26 books in 2026, 25 books in 2025 for like 6 years, and I've never completed one, but I found it funny nonetheless because I don't know, it's just fun to see what point of my reading journey I am, considering the books that I put on that list. And normally I read like 10 books from that list, which is not a lot, but I don't know, I read a lot of books along the year, just not the ones that are on this list. But yeah, I still like to do this, so let's get to it, shall we? So here I have my notebook with the list of books, so let's get to it, shall we? The first book I have here is Swift and Saddled. I think this is by Lila Sage. This is the Cowboy Romance series. I think it's 4 books and it's now done. So I thought I would be completing it in 2025, but I did not read even one more book because I read the first one in 2024 during the summer, springtime, because I feel these books have those vibes, you know, and I cannot read them in the winter time. And I thought during the summer that I would read these books, but I did not. Actually, during the summer, I was in a memoir phase. I know I didn't film it for this channel, but I read like 6 memoirs, 5 thrillers. I don't know, I was just not in a very romance mood. And the ones that I read were dark romance. So cowboy romance, that was not it for me this summer, but I'm hoping that it is for next one. So that's the first book on our list. The second one is also in the cowboy romance genre, which is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. It's the first book in her new series. New series, I say. It's already finished. I don't know how that woman does it. I finished in 2025 the Chestnut Spring series by her, and I love it. I really enjoyed the last book. So now I'm really hyped up to continue reading books by her. So that's our number 2. Number 3 is Not a Girl's Love Script. I've had this book on my Kindle on TBR. I have a Kobo, like my reader is a Kobo, but I also have the Kindle app, and I've had it there for years, and I have not read it. But last year, everyone was reading, and I was feeling FOMO, but I was not feeling it. I was not feeling the cutesy vibes. But yeah, I'm doing it this year. I feel like I will. Just like I said, I've never completed one of these TBRs. At the beginning of the year, I'm just so pumped for them. But I don't know. All the books I've said are for summertime. So I don't know, okay? I don't know nothing, okay? So the 4th book is also for the summertime, which is Summer in the City. I think it's by Alex Astor. She's the author of Tlak, but I've not read any books by her, but I've seen all of her TikToks. I've seen the progress she made with Tlak. I've seen this book in New York City. It was amazing edition, but I didn't know the book. Like, I have not read it, and it was too expensive for me to purchase it, knowing that I could not like that book and I would want to donate it, but I wouldn't be able to because I bought it in New York City. That's just how my mind works, okay? And I don't know anything about these books. I just see people talking about them. I put it on my Goodreads, like I want to read this, and now we're here, okay? I don't know anything about these books. I know I think the setting is New York, and I think she's a writer, and that's about it, okay? So the next one is our number 5, which is When Sinners Play. This is by an author that I don't think many people know, but I've read 2 series by her. I cannot remember her name right now, but the picture is here. See it? Beautiful. This is a trilogy, and I'm really pumped to read this because I used to read her trilogies back to back. Like, I read not back to back, but like I loved binging them. It was the few authors that I was like, no, I started book 1, I need to read book 2, and I need to read book 3 in the span of like 2 weeks. And I've just not done that since probably in the last 2 years. I don't know, reading has felt different I love reading, I really do, but it has felt like, no, I'm going to read one book, the first book in the series, and then I have to read 5 books, standalones, other series, whatever, and then the second book. I've not binged series. That's just not something I've been doing, and I really need to get back on track with that because I have so many series I'm in the middle of that I need to finish. Some I'm saying this, and I have series to begin here, so I don't know. The 6th book we have is the new one by Frida McFadden. I have this book physically. The books I have not been showing you is because I don't have them, but I have this one. This is her newest release, and I'm so excited to read this. This book basically follows Cassie. She's an ex-teacher in Boston, and yeah, I don't know. This looks fun, and I'm really pumped to read this. So this is our 6th book for the year. Now, 7th one is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is the 2nd book in her series, and I've read the first one. I cannot remember the name, but it's, you know, the cover. But Yours Truly, this looks gorgeous. I love these covers, but I need to buy the US ones because of the site. I don't know. I just like the US covers of this series better. Okay, because the Yours Truly, the UK, and Yours Truly from the US. It's just, I don't know. I know it's not that different, but it's different for me, okay? Let me be my money. And I'm really excited because I've read one book by Abby Jimenez, which is the first book in this series, and I absolutely loved it. I read it here, I think, on the channel, and it was like a 4.5 star. I really, really enjoyed it. So I need to read more books by her. The 8th book we have is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Finney. I've read 2 books by her. I've read His and Hers and Daisy Darker, and I really enjoyed both of them. His and Hers is a 5-star read for me, and that's really unusual because I don't have that many 5 stars, and that book is one of those. So that's impressive, at least in my point of view. And everyone has been talking about this thriller by her. They talked about last year, but I did not. I don't know, I was just not feeling her. I read Daisy Darker and I was not that impressed. But everyone says that this is her best book. This is her best work. She just released a new book, which I'm really excited about too. So yeah, maybe this will be my thriller year. Who knows, really. Then we have my 9th book is Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold. Lily Gold does the cutest covers for the smuttiest books I've ever read. I've read Nanny for the Neighbors, which I loved. It was a 5-star read for me. When I reread it, it was not 5 stars anymore, but like at the time I read it, I really, really enjoyed it. She does reverse harem books, which is basically one girl, multiple guys, and it's not a concept that I seek, but it's a concept that when I read it I enjoy it. And I also have, I was going to say I had another book of that, but I don't think so. I have an MM book coming up. But yeah, I really enjoyed that concept and really does it well. I have another book by hers in my TBR. Yeah, Triple Duty Bodyguards. I have not read that, but I'm really feeling Faking with Benefits. I might even read it in January, who knows. That was a last minute edition because I was like in December being like, oh my god, I won't read that because, I don't know, I guess I saw Lily Gold in someone's bookshelf and I was like, oh my god, I want to read more books by her. But then December, it was exam season for me and it's just over. Like, today is like the 9th of January and I had my last exam today and I'm free for 3 weeks. So yay for me. So now I have time to focus on reading and I feel like that will be one of the books that I'll pick. Really, I'm really excited for that. So my 10th book is The Wedding People. I heard everyone talking about this book. Is literary fiction. I've not read anything by this author, but I think this is her first release. I'm not sure, but if it isn't, this book basically, from what I gathered, is about a girl that goes to this hotel to end her life. But there's a wedding going on, and she's the only guest at the hotel that is not part of the wedding party. And the bride sees her and realizes what she's about to do, and she's like, no, 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 you're not ruining my wedding. I'll take you through a journey. And I think she just realizes the meaning of life, maybe. I don't know, but everyone raves about this book, and I need to read it. It sounds interesting, and at least it's a different concept that from what I read. So that's that. In 11th place is The Honey Don't List. This is a book by Christina Lauren that I've had my eye on for years. Basically, this is like two people that work for different people, but the bosses have a show together. So, and they have to, but the bosses hate each other, and they have to make their bosses don't hate each other. Basically, yeah, but I think they fall in love. Not the bosses, the personal assistants to the bosses. I don't know. The concept sounded fun, and I love Christina Lauren. I have a dedicated shrine to them. Like, I've read a lot of books by them. I just bought another one. I had another one on my TBR, but I was like, no, I can't have two by the same author. The Paradise Problem. I really want to read that this summer too. So there's that. I love Christina Lauren, and I hope at least this will be fun. I know at least it will be a fun read, even if it's not a 5-star one. Then we have, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but like, we have Binding 13. I've not read this series, I've not started it, but a friend of mine went to London and she brought me this beauty. Look at this. This is gorgeous. I love this book. Look at, this is huge. Like, this is an actual brick. I love these covers. I really enjoyed the UK ones for this. So yeah, we have those books. Everyone knows that that's a emotional roller coaster, and I'm more than ready. Like, I'm ready to be emotional wrecked. I say this, and probably in like 6 months will be a video of me crying on the internet because of that book. I don't know, we'll see. I'll definitely do a video vlogging my experience with at least Binding and Keeping 13. I'm not committing to the whole series. I'm committing to the 2 books because from what I gathered, those are the ones about the same couple. Then there are other couples, but these 2, Binding and Keeping, are about Shannon, Johnny and Shannon. Yeah. Oh my god, these names. I'm gonna butcher these names, okay? These are a lot of names that I need to keep up with, okay? I'm sorry. Okay. Then we have a book by my one and only, my dearest, my dear author. I was about to say like my dearest friend, but like, she does not know I exist, probably. She doesn't know I exist, but I love her with my whole heart. I recommend her to everyone and their mothers, which is Catarina Maura. This is one of her newest, I think this is her newest release, which is Mine for a Moment. This is not part of her series, but we follow the main character, which is Archer, is the brother of one of her other characters, which I've read and I love her. So yeah, and we've seen Archer in that book, and I don't have an opinion on him, but this blog sounds interesting. This is basically about a girl that is in love with this guy her whole life, and then he starts dating one of her friends. So what's the most logical thing to do after that is to go after your older brother's billionaire best friend that is also her boss and ask him to take her virginity. I'll leave you with that, but this looks amazing. I love Catarina Maura, but I hate the sizing of this book because this is like the UK standard size, but like I had the indie versions to her other books, and this is the only one that I don't, but I cannot find it on Amazon, so like this will be my forever book ick. So, next we have Powerless by Laura Roberts, I think. That's Powerless, Reckless, Powerful, Fearless, and Fearful. That whole series, that whole universe. I need to get on fantasy this year. I need to get on romantasy. And everyone, I asked for recommendations here on YouTube, and there was this girl that messaged me being like, hey, I really think that to get on with fantasy as a romance author, as a romance reader, not author, I'm sorry, as a romance reader, is about, we can go on about Powerless, because it has a lot of romance and few fantasy moments. So I was like, maybe I can start with that. I can see myself reading this and falling in love with the genre, but I can also see myself reading this and be like, oh my god, this is so ridiculous, this is not for me. I don't know how it will go, but I'm really excited. This new year, I'm trying that. Last year, I think I got in my literary fiction era. I've read a lot of literary fiction last year. Surprisingly, I think like 30 books, probably. It was a lot for me, and I really enjoyed that challenge. And I think this year will be starting my fantasy journey, because there are a lot of books that I heard, that I hear people talking about and raving about them, and I just, oh my god, I cannot read that because I don't read fantasy and I'm scared. That's just not something that I want to keep on talking about, okay? In 15th place, we have The Let Them Theory. This is a non-fiction book about basically just, I don't know, a theory. I don't know, but I've seen a lot of people talking about that book, and I want to read it. Ideally, I wanted an audiobook for that, but I'll try to read like for like a month, read that book a bit before bed. I think that's my biggest method to read nonfiction, is to read like 2 chapters before bed. It's, I don't know, I feel relaxed and it helps me go to sleep. I really enjoy it. Then, in the 16th place, we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. And I don't know if I ever talked that about in here, that I hated The Love Hypothesis. I hated The Love Hypothesis. Hated. It was like a 2-star read for me. I did not see the appeal. I still don't. I will watch the movie, because I feel like the movie could be better in my opinion. But yeah, that was not a book that I enjoyed. But but I did not really enjoy the science aspect of it. I found it so boring. I could not care less. But I really enjoyed Oliver, and I enjoyed Adam and the whole scenes of them. So like, I don't know, maybe I could give Ali Hazelwood another shot. So that's why I'm putting Bride, because I love vampires and werewolves and the whole thing. So I think that could be a good shot for me, and I feel like that's an October read. And I'm really lucky in the month of October, partially because I think it's my birthday. No, it's my birthday, but I think that's also a fact that I feel like everyone is better in October. Everything is better in October. So yeah, let's save that for October. Then, in 17th place, I have Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. That's the first book in the Hoop series, I think. And everyone talks really greatly about these books. So I need to get on with them. I need to start this series. I think this is a trilogy, so like it's not that big of a commitment. And Kennedy Ryan is such a big author in the romance genre. And I want to read more of her books. One of her books, and then see if I want to read more of her. Then we have Spiral, which is the second book in like the, I don't know the series name, but the first one. I'm sorry, I just couldn't take the book out of the shelf. The second book in this series, this is the, I don't know, I cannot see a name for this series. I don't know, I don't see a name here. But it's the second book in this series. This is Collide, and the third one is Revolve. I don't have the second one, which is the one that it's on my TBR, which is Spiral. Basically, this is a hockey romance series. This one is in college. I think the second one is also, but I don't think the rest of the series is in college. I don't know about that. Search it, because don't trust me, because I probably don't know what I'm talking about, okay? But yeah, it's the second book in this series, and I loved Collided. I gave it like a 4-star, 4.5. I really enjoyed it when I read it. I enjoyed it so much that I did this thing to put it like to decorate my book. This is not a bookmark. This is just for this book, just for it to feel special. Okay, don't judge it. Oh, then the next book we have is the last book that I have physically, which is You Found Oliver by Dustin Tao. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, I'm sorry. But I've loved You've Reached Him, which is right here. I love that book. I bought this when I went to London. It's gorgeous. I bought it in the works. it has sprayed edges, and I don't know, I feel like this will get me in the best way possible, so I'm really excited to read this book. Then we have in 20th place, we have The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue. I'm so excited. I feel like this is a book talk classic that I've not yet experienced, and I'm so excited to do so. Maybe I'll even make a YouTube video out of it. Who knows, like reading classic of book talk that I've not read, like Eddie LaRue, Red, White, and Royal Blue, some Penelope Douglas, who knows really. Ooh, probably Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. I've always wanted to read that book, and I never found the chance to do that, so maybe it will be this year. Then in the 21st place is Unsteady. This is also a hockey romance series. Do you see a pattern? I want to get in my hockey game, like my sports romance game. It's about time that I expand my world outside of Vancouver Storm and off campus, really. It's been a long time coming, okay? So this is also a series that a lot of people, I've not read Binding 13, but a lot of people compare it to this book. And everyone likes this book, everyone likes Unsteady, so I'm really excited. And it has a second book, which I think is Unloved. And the third book is also coming out, I think, later this year. So that's another thing to be excited about. Then, in 22nd place, we have Insatiable, which is the first book in a trilogy by Lee Rivers. She's the author of Little Stranger and Little Liar, which were books that I read over the summer that I fell in love with. I loved those books. I know that those are dark romance, have really serious, heavy issues. Those are not for everyone, definitely not, but they were for me. They were so fun, and I had a lot of fun reading those. I had a great old fantastic time, and I would recommend it to you if you think those align with your interests, okay? If you think those align with your interests, you need to read those books. If you think those are not for you, just don't read it. It's that simple, okay? Then, in 23rd place, we have Older by Jennifer Hartman. I think that's her name. It's the author of Still Beating, but I feel like this will be more of my alley. It's age gap, there is miscommunication, there is like his daughter's friend. I think that's the trope, and that's always really fun. That's messy. I love messy. I'm always in the mood for something messy, okay? That's the problem. So I'm really excited for that. Then we have the books that I was telling you about, that it was coming up. It's now. I want to read For the Fans. I don't know the name of the author, but I want to read that book. I've had it on my TBR ever since I saw Larry Reed's video, and I was like, oh my god, I need to read that. That sounds up my alley. It sounds like it will be an amazing, fantastic, great old time, and I need that in my life. So that will be a book that I'll be reading in 2026. Then, in 25th place, we have Quarterback Sneak. That's a book by Candy Steiner. I think it's the third book in that sports romance series that she has. The first one is, I don't remember the first one, but I really enjoyed the first two books in that series, and the third one here seems like the perfect read. I actually started that book like 2 years ago maybe, but my Kobo was having some issues and it just wouldn't let me click on the book. So I read like 6 chapters of it, and then I just not DNF'd because it was not the book's fault, it was not my fault, it was the reader's fault, and the book is like 30 euros on Amazon. So yeah, I just couldn't buy it. So then I just kind of forgot about the book. I felt demotivated to read this series because I couldn't read it on my Kobo, and then I had to get on and resolve the problems with it, and then it took a lot of time and I just forgot about the book. But now it's here, and I will be reading that this year. And the last book we have is also a hockey romance. Who would have told? Who would have told that it would be a hockey romance, the last book in this video? It's Face Off by Chelsea Akuto. I think that's her name. This is also a Larry Reed recommendation because she's been raving about this book. Everyone I've heard now is raving about this book. It's the start of another hockey romance series that's also coming to an end this year. And that's sad because I hate when series end, because that always means goodbye that I'm not ready for. I'm never ready for goodbyes. So yeah, Face Off, it looks good. I'm always ready to give a chance to a hockey romance, always ready to give it a chance, and everyone has been raving about this series, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited for all of these books to be read this year. And yeah, I'm doing a pile. Let's see if this holds up. Let me check. I'm going to put the Portuguese one at the bottom. So here are the books that I have physically to be read this year. I have a lot of my TBR card, but like those are not on this list, okay? We have these books to be read this year, and we have another 22 to be read that are on my Kobo, and if I love them, I will buy the physical copies over some time, over some years probably, okay? So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know it's long, but I'm talking about 26 books. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Give a like, subscribe, and I hope I see you in my next video that I hope it comes very soon, okay? Goodbye!